It is getting late already. Will she still be here?
I am trying to call her.
Okay.
I am so sorry for coming late.
Welcome, ma'am. I was just trying to call you.
Thank you. I had an emergency.
Welcome, ma'am. Our discussion today is on circumstantial evidence.
That is correct. I hope you all came prepared. Let us get started. Welcome to today's episode of You and the Law. Today, I will be having a group discussion with some of my friends, and our topic of discussion is circumstantial evidence. As usual, we will be discussing a case where justice was done to the concept. Therefore, do not panic if you do not understand now, you will after you have seen the case play out in court. However, by way of introduction, it is important you note that in criminal trials, the law is that the guilt of an accused person, on the commission of the offense charged, can be established by 1. Confessional statement of the accused where he admits to the commission of the offense. 2. Direct evidence of an eyewitness, and 3. Circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence is evidence based on inference and not on personal knowledge or observation. If established to the satisfaction of the court, it may be acted upon to ground a conviction of the accused. However, it must lead to just one conclusion: the guilt of the accused person.
In other words, we can say that circumstantial evidence is evidence that is not direct. That is, there was no eyewitness.
That is correct. To properly understand what constitutes circumstantial evidence, let us follow the case story.
Okay, ma'am. I have been waiting for that part.
That is good to know.
On the 21st day of September, 2001, a businesswoman was murdered in her compound in Ondo State. She lived with her young son, her younger brother and elder brother, popularly known as Uncle Joe. Before her death, she had gone to meet one Mr. Ito, who was owing her money to pay the debt. Guess what? I just saw Ito, your number one debtor. The man owing us 50,000 naira.
Thank God. I am going to meet him now. Take care of the shop. Thank God I caught up with you. Please, I need my money. It has been over 7 months now.
I have told you, I will pay. Why do you keep embarrassing me on the road?
You are the one embarrassing yourself. I am tired of being the good woman. Give me my money or I will report you to the whole village.
Are you threatening me? Do you know who I am? You are crazy.
Let us watch and see.
This woman thinks she can embarrass me in this community. Because of ordinary how much? 50,000 naira. How much is that even? I have suffered. I will show her how not to insult men like me. After this encounter, Mommy Bella went back to her shop. Ito went straight to his workshop. Ito shared the workspace with Uncle Joe, Mommy Bella's brother. Uncle Joe saw him walking up and down and approached him calmly.
Why are you panting up and down?
Please do not talk to me. I will do something today. Uncle Joe later saw him sharpening a cutlass. However, he did not know what the cutlass was for. As Mommy Bella got home from the shop, Ito came to her house with a cutlass and cut her repeatedly until she died. Unknown to Mr. Ito, Mommy Bella's neighbor was in his room. Bella's cry attracted the neighbor who came out to find out what was happening. Unknown to him also, Mr. Ito has heard the sound of his door open and was waiting for him at the door. As he opened his door, Ito gave him several machete cuts all over his body. When other people started to come out, he ran away. He went straight to his shop. Realizing what he has done, he went to his master and told his master to kill him.
Why are you panting? What is the problem?
Kill me, master. Please kill me. I have just killed a person.
What? You did what? Who is the person?
I killed someone, master. It was the devil. I killed someone.
Okay, can you take me to where you killed the person?
Okay, sir. I will take you. Ito and his master were walking to where he killed Mommy Bella when they met Uncle Joe on the way. Apparently, Uncle Joe had been informed of his sister's death and he was looking for Ito. Uncle Joe and Ito started a fight when Uncle Joe asked why he killed his sister and he could not give an answer. Uncle Joe collected the cutlass and cut Ito on the body. Seeing what happened, Ito's master ran to the police station to make reports.
Today will be a very busy day. A terrible one in our hands. Let us move immediately.
I understand, sir. The car is ready. Mommy Bella's neighbor and Ito were taken to the hospital as a result of the machete cut. Mommy Bella's body was taken to the hospital. Welcome, sir. I understand you are the officer in charge of the case.
Yes, sir. I am Inspector Mark. How are the victims doing now?
They have been attended to. We thank God they were brought right on time.
That is a relief. Can I see them now?
Of course, sir. I will take you to where they are.
I appreciate that. How are you feeling now? I have just spoken to your doctor.
Just pain here and there.
Please do not think of anything. Just concentrate on getting better.
Thank you, sir. That means a lot.
How are you holding up? How is the pain?
I am still hurting, sir. That man deserved to be punished.
He deserves to be punished, and you deserve what? An award?
But I did not do anything. That man was the person who cut me with a cutlass. I am a law-abiding citizen. You must arrest him, sir. He almost killed me.
You are lucky I am a law officer. One of my men will stay with you until you are discharged. You will have your day in court.
Days after the unfortunate incident, Mr. Ito and Mummy Bella's neighbor saw each other in the hospital, and the following conversation ensued. So, you survived. I thought you were going to die. If you try any nonsense, I will deal with you. The game is over for you. You will rot in jail. Officer, why are you people following me everywhere? Have you arrested the man that did this to me? Better go and arrest him. You are our business, Mr. Man. I see you are already better. You will be following me to the station after your discharge. Until then, I am your security guard. Mummy Bella has now been certified dead. Post-mortem examination showed that she died as a result of excessive bleeding sustained from the machete cut. Mr. Ito was arrested after his treatment. In his extrajudicial statement, he said he knew Mummy Bella. However, he reiterated that he had no idea how she died. Mr. Ito was subsequently arraigned at the State High Court for the offense of murder, contrary to Section 316 and punishable under Section 319 of the Criminal Code, Cap. 30, Laws of Ondo State.
Please call the first case.
Mr. Daniel Ito versus the State, 2021 NWLR, Part 1704, SC1. My lord, the accused person is in court.
Please enter your appearance.
May it please my noble lord, I am Bassie West. My appearance is for the prosecution. With profound respect to this honorable court, I am Jude Johnson, appearing for the accused person.
Read the charge to the accused person.
Mr. Daniel Ito, you are standing trial for the offense of murder, contrary to Section 316, and punishable under Section 319 of the Criminal Code Laws of Ondo State. How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
I am not guilty.
My lord, the accused pleads not guilty to the charge.
Mr. West, call your first witness.
Yes, my lord. Good morning. Please tell the court who you are. My name is Isaac Bogant. I live here in Ondo State. The deceased is my neighbor. Her house is just a room from mine. Please tell the court what happened in your compound on September 21st, 2001. On that particular day, I was in my room when I heard Bella crying that somebody has killed her mom. Who is Bella? Bella is the deceased's daughter. Okay, go on. She was crying so loud. So, I came out from my room to know what was happening. On coming out, I saw the accused person with a cutlass. When I inquired from him what was happening and why he cut the woman with a cutlass, he cut me with a cutlass all over my body. I later woke up and saw myself in the hospital. Did you have any other encounter with the accused person after that day? Yes, sir. I later saw him in the hospital. He threatened me. He also asked why I didn't die from the machete cut he inflicted on me. He said he was going to deal with me if I said anything. Thank you. That will be all, my lord.
Any cross-examination, Mr. Johnson?
Yes, my lord. Mr. Ogant, did you witness the killing of the deceased by the accused person? No, sir. I did not witness it. That will be all, my lord.
Call your second witness, prosecutor.
Please tell the court who you are.
My name is James Simeon. My friends call me Uncle Joe. The deceased was my junior sister.
Please tell the court what happened on the day your sister died.
On that day, The accused stopped by my shop and said he was going to do something that day. However, he did not say what it was. I later saw him sharpening his cutlass. It was later on that day that someone came to the shop to inform me that the accused had killed my sister. I immediately left for the house, and on getting there, I saw my sister in her own pool of blood. I was going to confront the accused when I saw him on the road. He tried also to match at me, but I overpowered him and instead cut him with the cutlass. He was later rushed to the hospital.
Thank you for your time. That will be all, my lord.
Any cross-examination?
Thank you, my lord. Uncle Joe, did you see the accused kill your sister? Please, no gestures. Did you see the accused kill your sister? Answer yes or no.
No, sir. I did not see him kill her. It was someone that informed me that he killed her.
That will be all, my lord.
Call the next witness.
As the court pleases. Please tell the court who you are. My name is Mark. The deceased is my elder sister. Tell the court what happened on the day that your sister died. On that day, we had come back from the shop. I told her I was going to watch football match. I was there when somebody came and told me that someone had killed my sister. I was the person that identified my sister's corpse at the hospital. That will be all for this witness, my lord.
Any cross-examination?
As the court pleases. Thank you, Mark. If I understand you correctly, a neighbor came to where you were watching football and told you that someone had killed your sister? Yes, sir. That is correct. At the time he was telling you this, did he say he witnessed the killing? No, sir. He did not witness the killing. That will be all, my lord.
Next witness.
As the court pleases. Please tell the court who you are and what happened on September 21st, 2001.
My name is Yakubu Amos. I am the master of the accused. We were together in the camp when he left and said he was going to see a woman. He later ran back and pleaded with me to kill him as he himself have killed a person. I told him to calm down and take me to where he killed the person. We were on our way to the place when we met Uncle Joe. Both the accused and Uncle Joe got into a fight. Uncle Joe overpowered him and cut him with the cutlass. I immediately ran to the police station to tell the police.
Any cross-examination?
No cross-examination, my lord.
How many more witnesses do you have, counsel for the prosecution?
We have 2 more witnesses, my lord.
Okay, call your next witness.
As the court pleases. Please tell the court who you are. I am Dr. Abdul Michael. I was the doctor who examined the deceased and certified her dead. From your examination, what caused her death? She died as a result of excessive bleeding from the matchet cut all over her body. That will be all. The post-mortem examination was admitted in evidence and marked Exhibit A.
Call your next witness.
As the court pleases. Please tell the court who you are. My name is Felix Daniel. I am the police officer who investigated the case. I took down the confessional statement of the accused. The confessional statement of the accused was admitted in evidence and marked Exhibit B. In the statement, the accused did not admit to killing the deceased. On that note, my lord, the prosecution wishes to close its case.
Counsel for the accused, are you ready to open your case?
We can proceed, my lord.
Okay, call your first witness.
As the court pleases. Mr. Ito, please tell the court what happened on September 21st, 2001. Yes, sir. On that day, I was in the bathroom taking my bath. Suddenly, Uncle Joe entered the bathroom and gave me several matchet cuts. I fainted and only recovered in the hospital. I am telling the truth. He entered the bathroom where I was taking my bath and gave me matchet cuts. I know the woman that died. However, I do not have any hand in her death. That will be all, my lord.
Any cross-examination?
As the court pleases. Mr. Ito, do you recognize these 2 gentlemen? Over here, please. Did you see them on September 21st, 2001 anywhere around your area? I cannot remember. I think so. But I did not kill anybody. I did not kill anybody. That will be all, my lord.
Counsel, please address the court.
My lord, this is a case of murder. The prosecution has shown by the evidence adduced that the deceased died and her death was as a result of the matchet cuts inflicted on her by the accused. My lord, the prosecution has proved beyond reasonable doubt that Mr. Ito had the misery to kill her because he told someone he was going to see a woman. Somebody saw him sharpening his cutlass, and finally, the deceased neighbor, who he also cut with his cutlass. It is true, my lord, that there was no eyewitness account. The accused also did not admit the crime. However, my lord, all the pieces of evidence adduced by the prosecution points that the accused killed the deceased. I urge my lord to convict the accused based on the circumstantial evidence adduced.
Counsel to the accused. Please address the court.
Thank you, my lord. In the case of murder, the prosecution must prove that the accused person committed the alleged crime. However, what the prosecution has presented in court today is mere hearsay, my lord. This person said, that person said. None of the witnesses actually saw the accused commit the said murder. None of the witness, my lord. My lord, hearsay evidence is not an acceptable evidence under our laws. Based on this, my lord, I urge you to discharge and acquit the accused person. On the 4th day of June, 2008, the court delivered its judgment.
Having gone through all the evidence before this court, I find the accused person guilty of murder and sentence him to death by hanging.
Dissatisfied with the High Court decision, Ito appealed to the Court of Appeal. The Court of Appeal dismissed his appeal. He appealed further to the Supreme Court. The issue before the Supreme Court was whether the Court of Appeal was right in holding that with the available evidence adduced by the prosecution through its witnesses, the burden of proof beyond reasonable doubt was discharged by the prosecution to sustain the appellant conviction and sentenced by the trial court. On Friday, 5th of April, 2019, the Supreme Court delivered its judgment. In a charge of murder, the prosecution must prove certain ingredients beyond reasonable doubt to convince the court that the accused committed the offense. These includes 1. That the deceased died. 2. That it was the act of the accused that caused the death of the deceased. 3. That the act was intentional, and that it was with the knowledge that it would result in death, or grievous bodily harm would be the possible consequence of the act. The first ingredient is not in controversy. Both parties agreed that the woman died. The issue was, who killed the deceased? The guilt of an accused can be determined by direct evidence of an eyewitness, confessional statement of the accused, and circumstantial evidence. In this case, there is no direct evidence of any eyewitness who saw the moment the accused killed the deceased. In the accused statement too, he did not admit to killing the deceased. Therefore, the only way the prosecution could be said to have attempted to establish the appellant's guilt of offense charged was circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence is evidence based on inference, and not on personal knowledge or observation. It is the evidence of surrounding circumstances, which by undersigned coincidences is capable of proving a proposition with accuracy of mathematics. If established to the satisfaction of the court, it may be acted upon to ground a conviction of the accused. However, it must also lead to just one conclusion: the guilt of the accused person. The first witness was a neighbor of the deceased who saw the accused run after giving him matchet cuts. The second witness gave evidence of how the accused visited him and told him he was going to do something. He later saw him sharpening his cutlass. The fourth witness testified to what the accused told him personally. The Evidence Act permits inference to be drawn from relevant established facts, because circumstantial evidence has its force in the unmistakable arm of the totality of the evidence, which by undersigned coincidence points to the guilt of the accused. The pieces of evidence put together by the witnesses, in this case, though not eyewitness accounts, are also linked up, so cogent, compelling, and they leave no reasonable tribunal in doubt that the appellant committed the act that brought about the death of the deceased on September 21, 2001. There is also evidence that the appellant had planned the act of inflicting injuries on the deceased, hence, he reported himself to his master. It is therefore not controvertible that the accused intended to kill, and also knew that death would result by causing grievous bodily harm. All the ingredients of murder that the prosecution was expected to prove to ground the conviction was established against the appellant beyond reasonable doubt. I am therefore in agreement with the court below that the learned trial judge properly evaluated the evidence before the court and arrived at the conclusion that the prosecution proved the charge against the appellant beyond reasonable doubt. Therefore,
There is no reason to interfere or disturb the concurrent findings and conclusion of the court below, as the appellant did not show that there was a miscarriage of justice in the circumstances, and without any further ado, this appeal is devoid of any merit. I dismiss it in its entirety. Wow. This case is interesting. I totally enjoyed it. Now, I understand what is circumstantial evidence. Thank you, ma'am.
Now, I know what circumstantial evidence is. On behalf of this group, we thank you, Ma.
My pleasure. Thank you, dear friends, for following us on today's episode. When evidence is not direct to link the accused to the crime, the court will look at the surrounding evidence. Have you subscribed to my channel? Please subscribe. Bye-bye and see you soon.